With the first Clasico of the season just a couple of weeks away at Camp Nou, Leo Messi opened up to Catalan radio this week and suggested that he wanted Cristiano Ronaldo to continue at Real Madrid. Ale, has the Clasico lost a bit of its cachet since Ronaldo departed?
No, and it will never lose its cachet. It's still Barcelona, Real Madrid. It is easy to get excited about El Clásico when you think about Cristiano Ronaldo and Lionel Messi, because these are two of the greatest players in the history of the game. So it's Federer against Nadal. It's that sort of rivalry. And even if it isn't a team sport, you always equate Barcelona with Lionel Messi, and in the case of Real Madrid, used to equated with Cristiano Ronaldo. What it means to play against each other, what it means to have the debate as to who's the best, what it means to see both of them out on the field one more time. All those things are exciting, even for a guy like Lionel Messi, who is saying, you know, it's better for a Clásico if he's here. It's better if we get to play against each other. It's better for the experience. It's better for La Liga. It's better for everybody that wants to pay attention to it. As it pertains to El Clásico itself, Lionel Messi is going to come and go, Cristiano Ronaldo is going to come and go, and then they're going to play again, and it'll be meaningful just as much as it is now. And it's just as meaningful as it was when Luis Figo made his return to Camp Nou after having been a player of Barcelona and got thrown a pig's head out on the field because he took the money to go to Real Madrid. So there is significance, there is history to everything about Barcelona and Real Madrid. And while these guys have had a tremendous career, both of them, and both have represented their clubs in La Liga as well as you possibly could, and they're being entertaining and productive, and they score goals, and it's been great to watch them play, they'll move on, and the next generation will come in, and El Clásico will survive, El Clásico will be exciting once again, and El Clásico will be El Clásico.
Both players would be realistic enough to realise that time continues, of course, now into the later part of their career. When we study how they both got on against each other, what are some of your favourite memories of the duels of those two? It was pretty close in terms of personal stats, but you can see obviously Messi overall was more successful with Barcelona during that time.
What you saw from both of them, in particular Lionel Messi, is that there were moments in which he just said, you know what, this is the stage. And there is a difference between Lionel Messi and the very best of Lionel Messi. Now, Lionel Messi himself is better than everybody else. But when he takes it to a very best Lionel Messi, then you see the long runs. You see taking people on. You see him dribbling inside and out. You see him finishing the chances. And you see and appreciate what he is as a player. Now, Cristiano Ronaldo himself would have seen that right there in front of him. And the credit that he deserves is that there were moments in which he reacted. Lionel Messi did the big thing, and everybody was clapping, and everybody was saying, oh my goodness, this is the best. And Ronaldo said, you know what? I can do this too. I can score big goals in El Clásico as well. Though I would suggest that in the balance, Lionel Messi has been superior to Ronaldo in El Clásico, and in El Clásico productivity and the goals and the wins. I just think the performance of both of them grew because they were both out on the field. And I think that's the part that Lionel Messi will miss, is that whenever we step out on the field, and Ronaldo's right there, and I'm right here, regardless of what we do or what we say out loud or we don't say, we're always going to be compared to each other. And today, in this game, I'm going to be better than him. And that's exactly the same thing that Cristiano Ronaldo would have thought. And so therefore, they both lifted each other, they both lifted their clubs, and that's why those Clásicos were what they were. It's something that we're not going to see anymore, and I think not only are we kind of feeling a little nostalgic about it, Lionel Messi himself is feeling nostalgic about it and talking about it, which he rarely does.
Yeah, those news stories will have to be built on the new signings perhaps, or maybe Messi again will eclipse everyone with a performance in the Clasico. Of course, last year it was all Barcelona really, winning 3 of the 4, not being beaten by Real Madrid. He also opened up in that interview about wanting perhaps to leave Spanish football around the time that he was having his problems with the tax evasion cases. You're talking 5 years ago. It's a relief really to everyone concerned that he decided against that in the end, isn't it?
I just think we've looked for reasons for Lionel Messi to go elsewhere for years now. Well, he can't do it anywhere else. He can't prove it because he doesn't go to the Premier League. He doesn't go to Italy. He doesn't win here. He doesn't win there. It's just looking for reasons to criticize this man. And it's just looking for reasons to knock him down. And I'm not in the business of doing that. The guy has been a tremendous player. and a talented player and one of a kind, a generational talent. And so if he chooses to stay at Barcelona and finish his career at Barcelona, I think he has built that much equity where he can say when he wants to leave and how he wants to leave. If he wants to go elsewhere and finish his career somewhere else, go ahead, Lionel. Do you. I really don't care. To be honest with you, we should just appreciate the fact that both Ronaldo and Messi are still out there and still productive.
Well, maybe the romantics in the game will perhaps suggest also that Messi finishing his career, as he's intimated, at Barcelona would be a wonderful way to put the seal on what is obviously one of the greatest careers ever to be in football.
Thanks so much for watching ESPN on YouTube, and for more sports highlights and analysis, be sure to download the ESPN app, and for premium content and live streaming, subscribe to ESPN+.